Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, as you guys can tell, I got my sweet Mean Gene welding cap on, and that is because we're going to be doing some welding on Gemma Rose, my 04 GTO. Now, over the past couple years of me owning this car and having the YouTube channel online on the interwebs, you guys have seen a lot of different renditions of this car, and specifically multiple different exhaust systems on this car. Currently, it has SLP long tubes that come out to a 3-inch collector. From there, they come out a little ways, they drop down to a 2.5-inch, then they go into an Amazon Special X pipe, then straight back, do some whoop-de-doos for the axles, and then we have some Borla mufflers, and some hack-ass tips on it as well. Funny enough, these mufflers and tips came off my 05 GTO. I missed that car. Anyways, we're not changing the whole exhaust, right? We're gonna be leaving the headers to the X-pipe and basically to the axle alone. What I do wanna play with is the tips. I wanna play with some hanger situation stuff and the mufflers. I want to change basically the axle back, but at the same time, after I've driven this car for about a week, after doing the new steering rack and getting it aligned with the new front tires, the exhaust hangs a little low. Now, a while ago, when I built this exhaust with my buddy Mike, who will be joining us today, he actually paid me a visit early this morning, which I'll put in here now. Jesus. He gracefully woke up the entire neighborhood, but I'm not against it. So over here, we have the OG Borlas, which were on the car when I got the car, cut them off the car, then eventually I put them back on the car, took them back off the car. Now they're gonna go back on the car. And under this beautiful TJR Auto hoodie with the TJR Auto t-shirt behind it, that's gonna be Mike's, which you guys can get in the description down below, we got some dual tips, which I guess really it'll be quad tips. Amazon Special, they're not the prettiest, but they're also not the worst. I mean, I probably couldn't make a set of tips that look like this. I could live without the fact, well, I kind of wish they didn't grind the welds down unless they were really ugly looking, but I don't know. You're not going to see it anyways. So we got these U-Power tips that we're going to be throwing on, and I also, just in case, got some hanger material as well as new rubber hangers, because I have a feeling the ones under the car are probably toasted. Boom. Oh, look at that. I missed that.
That sounds so good.
Oh!
Does it always sound that good?
I don't know.
Probably with the longer pipes.
It used to dump down here, so honestly with tailpipes it'd probably sound kind of cool. But I think it's definitely going to sound best with tips and mufflers. Not that loud?
Yeah.
That sounds sick though. Well, for any newer subs that haven't been around for a long time, that's how the GTO sounds, with dumps after the axle back, but not quite at the bumper. Anyways, we've put a couple hours into trying to get everything dialed in. So now, after all of our mock-ups, we've gotten hangers in place, the tips in place, and the pipes that were already on these mufflers kind of trimmed back so that they'll fit nicely into the pipes there. We put some witness marks on them so we know where to line them back up. But we figure we're gonna weld the tips and the hangers to the mufflers off the car, as Mike is doing right now. And then we can get to those. We can do a full pass around those, especially with the inner fender here pulled out. So should make it a lot easier kind of getting in here. On this one side, we kind of had to leave the old weld, so that'll give us a better spot to bite to. And yeah, for not much money and material, I mean, I had to buy MIG wire because I was just about out. Thankfully, what I had got us through just tack welding everything into place, so had to get MIG wire. I got a 15 pack of cutoff wheels to cut through the stainless because it wears on your wheels. Let me tell you, I think this is the 3rd or 4th one that we're on today so far, just for trimming stuff up. But we had to patch a hole or 2 or 4 on those pipes. So we're looking good. Gonna be able to make it happen without my boy Mike here, fabbing up as always.
Give off a toxic vibe, making me lose my mind. That's why I'm sitting in your room. Looks like Lil Uzi Tomb. Thought I smelled a witch, but I'm go stupid. Put a pretty Instagram year span. Planning this night, trying to suit up for a scam. I said I'll pick you up at 8. You probably won't be.
it's been a couple days since me and Petro, well, really Petro, banged out the new exhaust setup on the GTO. And I have just about no complaints with this thing. The cold start and idle is toned down like significantly, like noise level wise. So that's kind of all I was going for, was trying to shut the car up a little bit with cold start and idle, just so that when I am leaving for work in the morning, I'm not absolutely pissing off my mother and my closest neighbors, because I only care about my relationships with them. But honestly, I think at idle, it sounds awesome, and especially as soon as you start going through the gears, getting on a little bit, she still got some bark to her. So the last exhaust setup definitely was louder and like rowdier sounding, but at the same time, it kind of sounded a little weird. If that makes any sense? I don't really know how to describe it. I just feel like this car always kind of sounded odd to me, at least with like the last setup. With this setup now, it's like refined and it's toned down, but still has a good scream to her. She still screams like a banshee. So I do like that. So my only actual complaint, let's say, the only flaw to this exhaust system that Mike has built for me, is the fact that when we went to mount these mufflers and tips, you know, they're much different sizing and fitment than the old system. You know, those are just tubes, the old exhaust. Whereas, you know, these are boxy mufflers and the tips are a Y and all that jazz. So unfortunately, we had to cut off the original 04 GTO exhaust hanger on the side and kind of put it in a different spot and re-weld it to the chassis. So no problem there. It kind of sucked, but no problem there, right? Problem, I ran my drag bag line through that mount, and I totally forgot about it until afterwards. Mike said, oh, something burned. And then said, oh, it was the airbag line. So, yeah, I only have one functional drag bag, but lucky for me, my work used to have a lot of pneumatic HVAC controls. So in many, many, many boxes of things that are not used anymore and basically are going to be getting thrown out, I found this tiny little coupler. So what I'm thinking is we're not going to run the line back through the exhaust mount. Instead, what we're going to do is just barely trim off the burned ends and put a coupler in it. There's only one spot that I can really get a zip tie to tie the line back up out of the way. But the other side, I don't think I used anything to secure it. I just ran it through holes in the chassis, in and out of the frame. No issues over there. So this side was a bit trickier since the exhaust hanger itself is so much lower than the frame rail. You can't really get up to the frame rail in this back area. So we just gotta trim up the bag lines, route it differently, couple it, and then leak test it. As we can see here, right where my middle finger is, it is coupled. So I might throw a zip tie on each side just to be a little extra cautious, since I don't have, at least I don't think I have any more of these like spring style clamps that the drag bag kit came with. So throw some zip ties on it and then try putting some pissa in there. Look at that. I love seeing this thing raise when you fill the bags. Boom. Right there's 30 PSI, which, ah, it's so cool watching it go up and down. 20. And we got 20. So, I can say that our exhaust job is done. Our crooked bumper cut is looking the best it ever has. And now the drag bags are both functional again. I also don't remember if I ever showed it, but we did actually get the exhaust to sit up higher. The mid hanger was a little not good, and the outer hangers that I put by the other mufflers and tips also were not that good. So now we actually have a number of inches to the ground, which, I'm not gonna lie, kind of looks worse on camera, but it's tucked up much tighter than it was. So that's all that matters. That's all you guys need to see. And yeah, I would like to say that Gemma is in pretty damn, she's in good shape, or something like that. So with that squared away, my neighbors aren't home yet, so I'll give you guys some sound clips. Just for curiosity, I'm curious how the microphone will pick up the exhaust if I have my microphone somewhere back in here. So I do want to try with some driving clips at some point, but we're going to throw it here for now. Alrighty guys, well that is going to be a wrap on today's video. I still am super stoked with how this exhaust came out. The tone and the sound has definitely grown on me, and I really, really love how these tips look compared to the old ones. Now, like most things with this GTO here, this exhaust wouldn't have been possible without my buddy Mike's help. So Mike, shout out to you, brother. You've been on the channel, obviously, showing face for a long time, especially with this car. You guys might not know, but aside from all the work he's done on screen, he's helped me with a lot off screen as well. And funny enough, it was actually his birthday this past week, or the week that you're seeing this. I don't really know how time frames work out. But for any guys here, guys or gals, who like seeing the GTO content, it wouldn't be here without my buddy Mike. So please, everybody, wish Mike a happy birthday down below. Again, I'm super stoked with how the exhaust looks, how it sounds, and it's tucked up tight here. It's nice. It's good. It's a headache that I've had for a while. Like I said, I think after we did the 6-liter swap, I think I probably messed something up with the hanger in the middle or something, and when I put those mufflers and tips on, nothing was straight, nothing was that great, and over hard bumps, the exhaust would hit, and it wasn't a good time. So now it's tucked up higher, it looks way nicer, and again, it sounds better, it's a crispier sound, whereas before it was kind of just like obnoxious and rowdy, which I wasn't mad about, but this is more of a mature, sophisticated exhaust. And the drag bag line repair has been holding pressure just fine. As we can tell, we still have a pretty good amount of wheel clearance on this side, and the other side is the same. So like I said, that is where we're gonna be wrapping up today's video. If you guys wanna support the channel more than you already do, down in the description below, there is a link where you can pick up some TJR Auto merch. But as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.